Many people would be aware of there being four major types of abuse: physical, emotional, verbal, and sexual. A lesser known fifth type is spiritual abuse, and unfortunately, there are other types too. It can occur in all religions and cults. As a Christian, I'll use Christianity as an example and suggest that spiritual abuse can be better understood through the biblical example of the Pharisees. In Jesus' day, the Pharisees' considerable religious and political power was maintained through overemphasizing some aspects of Scripture whilst neglecting others. Matt. 23-24, or through such things as the creation of extra sets of religious rules that were not scriptural. What is interesting to note is that Jesus didn't just give them little warnings to heed, but rather, he was scathing towards them. Matt. 23:33-36. In present-day contexts, I believe we can benefit from being aware of this issue in a proactive rather than reactive sense. While a portion of spiritual abuse would be done with deliberate, evil intent, it is important to understand that sometimes it is not intended, and that many people have other people's best interests at heart. In such instances, spiritual control or spiritual manipulation may be better descriptive terms to use. One example of how spiritual control or manipulation can occur is through the style of language a person uses. As a parent, small group leader, minister, or friend, a person may try to help another but inadvertently tell them what they ought, have to, must, or should do. Put into a spiritualized context, a sense of being guilt-tripped can result. In addition, a person can feel their emotions and experiences are invalidated. Why does this happen? Often with challenging situations, a person may sympathize with the aggrieved and consequently seek to fix it for them. The sympathizer wants to help, but feels helpless. If they may not know how to manage the circumstance, a short, simplistic solution is supplied to sufferer who is contending with a deeper, ongoing process over time. Well-meaning, maybe. Invalidating, probably. A more empowering and truly nurturing expression might take the form of, "Do you think you could?" You may wish to. "Do you think it would be good if?" What would you think of trying? It gives them choice and more of a chance to learn for themselves and grow. However, typically it is better to slow down on the idea of giving solutions and instead take on the challenge of sympathizing with their pain and being willing to move at their pace rather than our own.